Hi, hello everyone. I'm Justin. This is Koopa. Welcome to Koopa's Corner. Today we're going to talk about Saturday night's main event. Just happened last night. And you know what? It wasn't bad. In my preview and predictions video, I talked about how it was almost felt like an afterthought, like it was a very transitional event, and that we were sort of going through it rather than stopping at it, you know? And I was pleasantly surprised how good it was, right? It wasn't the best show ever, but it was a very solid event. Now, the thing with these Saturday night main events that I'm struggling to keep in mind, and so therefore I'm going to say it so that you all keep it in mind as well, is these are not PLEs, right? I sort of treat them like PLEs sometimes because it's a special event outside of Raw and SmackDown. And they're not. It's a televised special, not a PLE. So it is a little bit less, but it is. Otherwise, it was, it's a pretty good event. So it's 2 hours long, filled with commercial breaks. So many commercial breaks. And maybe that's just because I'm used to the PLEs where there are so much fewer. Maybe that is a completely normal amount. But when I'm watching things on Peacock instead of on TV, I'm feeling like, oh, holy shit, we're at commercial again. And honestly, that was my biggest negative of the whole event, was just how many commercials there were. Now, let's break down the match card and talk about what it means for these performers going forward. First up, it was Nia Jax attempting to take the title from Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley successfully retained the title. And yeah, again, this match was better than I thought it would be. I'm not a huge Nia Jax fan, but she really showed up for the match, and she was really showing off her power. And Rhea Ripley's usually a pretty power heavy performer as well as far as her offense goes. And you know what? She was busting out moves that she doesn't normally utilize as well to try and get the advantage, because she was kind of the underdog strength wise, right? At least that's what they want us to think. Due to Nia Jax's size. But yeah, they kind of hit the ground running. They gave it a very solid effort, like a BB plus effort. Better than I expected. And Rhea Ripley retained. And here's the thing, is her title was never in jeopardy. She's coming off of this really long feud with Liv Morgan. Finally gets the title back. She's not going to drop it, 2-3 weeks later. She's not. She's going to hold it at least to WrestleMania, probably longer than that. But that remains to be seen. For Rhea Ripley, she's just biding her time, find out who wins the Royal Rumble. Whoever wins could challenge Tiffany Stratton, in which case Rhea would have to wait to the Elimination Chamber. But yeah, she's just biding her time to get her WrestleMania feud. Nia Jax, on the other hand, I think this loss actually hurt her quite a bit. Now, I don't mind, because, again, I'm not a big Nia Jax fan, but she just lost the title to Tiffany Stratton. She just lost here, and we're supposed to take her seriously when she says she's going to win the Rumble? I don't think so. She's going to be in the Rumble. She's probably going to be in the Chamber. I don't think she's going to win either one of them. Is she going to be on the WrestleMania card? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. I don't know if it's the loss itself that hurts Nia Jax, or if she lost, it's a sign of her momentum slowing down and a sign of her spot on the card lowering a little bit as we get into WrestleMania season, as we get, Charlotte Flair officially returning, maybe Becky Lynch if the rumors are true, maybe Alexa Bliss if the rumors are true. So there's going to be a few other big names in the division, and of course people are going to slide down a little bit. Jade Cargill should be back sooner rather than later as well. So there's a lot up in the air right now with the women's divisions, and it's not a great thing for Nia Jax. However, Rhea Ripley is in a very solid spot, so, I'm a huge Rhea Ripley fan. She's an absolute great performer. And from there, we had the Intercontinental Championship match. And again, this was a very solid effort from both performers. It was a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. I mean, maybe it wasn't their best match together, but it was a solid, very solid, respectable effort here. I think my biggest complaint with this match was Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary. He sort of was going into business for himself. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he was not doing that on his own, but he was trying to create a narrative that Sheamus should have gotten the pin, but Breaker put his foot on the ropes, but the referee hit 3, but the referee didn't hit 3. Like, I don't know where that came from, right? It was a little bit confusing. Pat McAfee and Michael Cole were both relatively dismissive about it. So, yeah, honestly, that was the worst part, and that's kind of nothing. So, yeah, it was pretty solid match there as well. Then it was the contract signing for the WWE Championship match, ladder match at the Royal Rumble. So there was contract signing, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, with special moderator Shawn Michaels. It's pretty much what you expect a contract signing to be. They traded a few insults, got a little physical, and we moved on. It was fine. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but Cody Rhodes keeps coming across as a bit arrogant and kind of as the bad guy. Kevin Owens is trying to, like, talk, say how he feels and talk about why he did it. And Cody Rhodes just, shouts at him, shut the hell up. I'm tired of excuses. Cody Rhodes, more than once, has been the first one to take a shot. He's the one going after Owens. Like, Kevin Owens is right. Kevin Owens is right. And, it was no different at Saturday night's main event. It is what it is. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but, Cody Rhodes is kind of the bad guy in this. He's kind of the one who's a little out of touch. So, all right. From there, let's see. What did we have? We had I'm forgetting a match off the top of my head. We had Braun Strowman versus Jey Fatu. That's what we had next. And another solid effort, right? A little bit of a funky finish here. Jey Fatu just got the upper hand, and he started going ham, and then the ref tried to break it up. He threw the ref out. The ref called for the DQ, and he just kept attacking. It was a little bit slow to start this match, but that finish made Jey Fatu look like a beast, gave Braun the win, and protected him a little bit. And the fans were absolutely eating it up. Probably more than I was at home, but, that definitely helped it out. The fans were going wild for Jey Fatu. They were cheering for Jey Fatu, even though he was the bad guy who was just decimating Braun Strowman. He left Braun Strowman lying. He left him bloodied. There was one moment that I noticed that I don't think the commentators really called out, but Tama Tonga was trying to, pull Jey Fatu back and take him up the ramp, and at one point he just shoves Tama Tonga out of the way and goes back to it. So I'm interested to see there if Jey Fatu, if that's sort of the hint of a new storyline where Jey Fatu just kind of goes rogue. And even Tama Tonga doesn't really, have much say in it, can't really control him, can't really talk to him. So that might be something to look out for going forward, or it might have been nothing. But Jey Fatu going forward, he's going to be probably in the Rumble. He's probably going to be in the final 4 or 5 of the Rumble. He might even be most eliminations, or maybe your Iron Man. He's probably going to have a really big moment in the Rumble. But we'll talk about that in our Royal Rumble preview video. So keep an eye out for that in the next few days. Then the final match of the night was the main event. It was Daring General Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jey Uso. And Jey Uso is still incredibly over with the crowd. He is one of the most popular performers on the roster today. And it's a shame because he keeps taking these really big steps and then failing to get the title. And that momentum is not going to last forever. If he keeps failing and keeps failing, fans are going to lose faith. That being said, he did look a little out of place here, in my opinion. I think Gunther is by far a better performer, and I think Gunther retaining was the right call. Going forward, again, we have a bit of a holding pattern here. Gunther is going sort of in the same spot Rhea Ripley is in, where we're waiting to see, what his WrestleMania program is going to be. There's not a very clear path for that, but I don't think it's a continuation with Jey Uso. So that was Saturday night's main event. Very solid effort, very solid show. I think probably your match of the night, in my opinion, was the Intercontinental Championship match. But Rhea Ripley really put a decent effort forward too. Gunther put a decent effort forward too. Fatu put a really decent effort forward too. Like, none of the matches were bad. This far surpassed my expectations. If you didn't watch it, you're not really missing out on much. Like, you don't have to go back for it. Like, as far as storyline goes, like, you're not going to be missing a big story moment. But it was solid top to bottom. And, if you've got nothing else to do and you're looking to watch some wrestling, then yeah, check it out, because it was a decent show. It still is a bit of a transitional event, right? Even though it was ended up being a lot better than we thought. Still a bit of a transitional event, because just next week, it's the Royal Rumble. And that's when things really start, shifting into gear. So I'm so excited. I love the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is my absolute favorite event. And I can't wait to do my Royal Rumble preview and predictions video, guys. So come on back. Check that out. It's going to be up just a few days. I'm going to wait for after Raw to see if they add any last-minute matches, and then I'll do it. So, yeah, check that out. Probably Wednesday. And, yeah. Let me know what you thought of Saturday night's main event. What did you think match of the night was? Again, pretty solid card top to bottom. Nothing was super standout, but nothing really fell short either. So it was pretty even in my opinion. Again, maybe the Intercontinental Championship match was my favorite. Let me know what you think. What was your match of the night? And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.